So we've seen previously how users can use Rememberizer to connect their knowledge sources to AI apps. And this is now the developer section of Rememberizer. So what we're going to do here is show how to connect all of our users and their knowledge sources through our API to your custom app. And this can either be just a regular AI app or a custom GPT. For this demonstration, I'm going to use a custom GPT. So the first thing we need to do is to register an app. So to do this, we give it a name. I'm going to use the Rememberizer Product Marketing Officer. Rememberizer. And we're going to use some placeholder URLs here so that we can create this. And we create the app. Now, the next thing we need to do is configure the app settings. So we've created our framework, and now we're going to configure the app credentials. Now, what we need to do now is go into OpenAI. And I've already got a custom GPT that I'm building here. And once we've configured our GPT, we need to create a new action. And this new action will allow the Rememberizer API to communicate with this GPT. So I'm going to create a new action here. And in this section where there's none, I add the action via OAuth. And what I have to do now is copy in the client ID and the secret. So I go back to Rememberizer and I copy in the client ID, add that here, and I get the secret. And I put this here. And then from our documentation, I have to copy in the authorization URL and the token URL. And we have a step-by-step documentation on how to do this. And I put in the token URL, and then I save it. Now we need to add also the Rememberizer code. And again, we have this ready to copy in on our step-by-step guide. So copy this in here. You can see now that we've got different API calls. And the last thing that we need to add is the privacy policy. And I'll just copy that in again from our step-by-step guide. Okay, the privacy policy. I'm just going to save this. I'm just going to keep it private for the moment. And then I'm going to go back in to edit the GPT. And what I need to do here is I've got some information I need to copy across back into the application. So I take a copy of this callback URL and I go back to Rememberizer. And in here, this is the callback URL I need to put in here. And the other thing I need is I need to copy this. And this is the URL for the actual GPT. And I put this in here as the landing page. And I decide whether or not I want this to be a private or public. For now, I'm going to keep it private. So I'm going to save this now. And that's it. So now I've successfully created this application. Now if I go back to the ChatGPT, and I say view the GPT. So now I can say, and you can see here now it's asking me to sign in to Rememberizer. And I can simply select one of the pre-created mementos that I have, and I just authorize this. And that's it. So I've now created a OpenAI Custom GPT. I've connected it to Rememberizer. And now as you can see, it's connected. And that's it. Very simple.